Pete Brady with Alpha Roofing. Today we're going to discuss the age of hail. In other words, comparing older hail to newer hail. We've got a lot of examples on the field here, and we're going to go through them real quick. First and foremost, we're going to look at what hail looks like when it's fresh. And so, essentially, we've got an example of a fresh hail hit right here. So when I'm looking at this, how do I know that's hail? First and foremost, it's got a softness to it. When I put my thumb to it, it feels a lot like the back of my hand, this section right here. It's got a softness to it. It's got a circular shape with a bit of a halo pattern. In other words, it's consistent with a hail impact. The granules are embedded inside the actual mat. And so when hail hits it, it drives the granulars, which are these little stones on the shingle inside of the mat. That tells us there's been an impact. So we know that's hail. Now, as far as age, we can see the matting, which is black underneath. This matting over time, as it is exposed to the UV rays and it oxidizes, will gray out. So now we'll shift over to an example of what hail looks like once it ages. This is a good example of it, an extreme example of what hail looks like once it's gotten a lot older and it's been exposed to the elements. So after the sun's rays hit this mat, the point of these granulars on the shingles are to prevent the mat from being exposed to the elements. Once hail impacts it, this is an example of a hail hit as well, it exposes that mat, and then essentially the sun's rays start breaking down that mat where the fiberglass gets exposed and it grays out. And you can see that this hail hit is in between this older one and the fresher one that we saw. It's grayed out, it's oxidized, and so we know it's a little bit older. So as far as hail is concerned, there's three types. There's fresh hail, there's hail that's been around for a few years or so that has grayed out, and there's also hail that's essentially completely decomposed the shingle and essentially exposes the fiberglass, which is an extreme case of older hail.